The film opens with Dana Kelly trying to extract toothpaste from an empty tube. When squeezing the tube doesn't work, he resorts to cutting the tube open and scraping out whatever remains with a pocket knife. Despite his apparent concern for hygiene, he reuses a piece of dental floss, hinting at his frugal lifestyle. Suddenly, the tranquil early morning atmosphere is shattered by the beeping of his toaster. Rushing to the kitchen, he discovers his toast completely charred. Later, he proceeds to eat the burnt toast while driving to replace his old toaster. Dana, a penny-pinching resident of Austin, searches the storeroom of the St. Mary's Donation Center for a used toaster. Sal, the center's manager, confronts Dana about his habit of snatching items before they can be displayed in the showroom. Dana attempts to persuade Sal into selling him the toaster before any potential customers lay eyes on it. However, Sal remains adamant and instructs Dana to leave. Their argument is interrupted by a customer seeking a receipt for her purchase. Meanwhile, Dana manages to find a used toaster. He bargains with Sal, negotiating the price down from $7 to $5, and Sal, reluctantly, accepts the deal. As Dana returns to his car with his newly acquired second-hand toaster, someone calls out his name. The person introduces himself as Bo Silver, a former classmate from Dana's freshman year biology class. Bo jokingly admits to having cheated off Dana during exams. While Bo appears well-dressed in a crisp shirt, Dana's appearance is more disheveled, wearing an old, faded t-shirt. Bo asks about Dana's trip to Austin, and the scene changes to a flashback. Dana is getting divorced from his wife. They are in an office with their lawyers. His wife's lawyer asks Dana to sign the divorce papers and give her half of his belongings. He says fighting the divorce in California is pointless because the laws are more favorable to women. His wife also wants the house, the Mercedes-Benz, and their 2 chihuahuas. In response, Dana's lawyer reveals that his wife spent $100,000 on credit cards in the first month of their marriage. Dana can't afford alimony because he's still paying off his medical school loans. As a result, he has to sell the house and the Mercedes-Benz. Dana's lawyer then threatens to make the divorce a long and expensive legal battle if he doesn't agree to their demands. Exhausted, Dana signs the papers. As the flashback ends, Dana lies to Bo and says he just wanted to leave lab. After some small talk, Bo invites him to a poker game at his house that night. Dana reluctantly agrees. At the poker game, Dana meets Hunter, Bo's friend. They play poker for fun, without using real money. Hunter is surprised by Dana's cheapskate nature, as he even bargains for a slice of pizza that Bo bought for them. The next morning, they go for a run around Town Lake. Hunter runs ahead while Bo and Dana struggle to keep up. As a result, Hunter teases them for being old. Meanwhile, 2 beautiful women come jogging from the other side, and Hunter immediately starts flirting with them. As Hunter runs away with the women, the 2 friends start talking about women. Bo and Dana are both divorced, and Bo tells Dana that he should try casual relationships. He says it's easier for Dana to get women because he's a doctor. Austin is full of beautiful women, and they can both start dating casually. Later that evening, Dana is at his apartment reading a book on poker when he gets a call from Bo. Bo convinces Dana to go to the club with him that night. Since Dana doesn't drink, he drives the 2 of them downtown. Bo reveals that they are going to the famous Dirty Six Club, where all the college students hang out. When they reach the club, Dana refuses to pay for parking and drives several blocks down to save a few dollars. Inside the club, they meet Hunter, who makes fun of their fashion sense. After bragging about his genetics, he goes off to dance with his date. After a while, 2 beautiful girls approach the bar, and Bo offers to buy them drinks. However, the girls leave immediately after getting the drinks. Bo doesn't think much of it, but Dana points out that the women took advantage of him for his money, and then left. Bo shrugs it off and says they need to keep trying. He tells Dana to live his life and stop thinking about money all the time. The next day, Bo visits Dana at his apartment. He invites Dana to join him for coffee and then head to the beach for some paddle boarding and relaxing. On the way, Bo tells Dana to live life on the edge and stop being so cautious about everything. Soon after, the 2 are paddle boarding on a lake. Bo knocks Dana off his paddleboard and gets knocked off in return. There's some underlying aggression in Dana which impresses his friend. Bo makes it his mission to set Dana up with a date. However, when Hunter hears of this mission, he laughs at it and calls it lame. He proudly describes his sex life to the 2 friends, saying he is on a mission of his own. Hunter plans to sleep with 50 women in 52 weeks. The girl he was with at the club was woman number 46. While they are talking, the group of friends spots a beautiful girl sunbathing nearby. Immediately, Hunter says he will make her his number 47th. Dana scoffs at this suggestion, saying that the girl is too smart for him because she is reading a book. The talk escalates into a bet. If Hunter doesn't manage to sleep with the girl before both Bo and Dana get a kiss on the lips from their dates, he will pay them $200 and be their servant for 2 weeks. However, if he manages that, Dana would have to pay him $200 and be his servant for 2 weeks. Beau quickly calls his ex-girlfriend and arranges his side of the bet. Despite calling it cheating, Hunter is not worried as he knows Dana would never be able to get a date, let alone a kiss. To add to the humiliation, he immediately goes to the girl and manages to get her phone number. Later that night, Dana calls Beau and tells him he wants to win the bet against Hunter. He reveals that he made a profile on a dating site earlier that afternoon. However, despite texting 30-odd women, he hasn't got a reply yet. Concerned at this news, Beau comes to his apartment to help him. After a quick glance, he asks Dana to completely overhaul his dating profile in order to attract women. He tells Dana to add vacation photos, smile more, and say he makes over $100,000 a year as a doctor. After a bit of discussion, they agree to have a photo shoot for his dating profile the next day. The next morning, the two friends set out for Dana's photo shoot. They pick out some shirts for Dana and head to the park. Beau suggests taking pictures with dogs, as women love dogs. The kind woman helps them take some great photos with her puppy. Later, at a cafe, they ask a stranger to take a picture of them pretending to be on vacation. After the day out, the two friends head back to Beau's apartment. Then, they update Dana's dating profile with the new photos they took. Dana does not want to mention that he is a doctor in his bio. However, Dana is not picky about the girl's appearance, but she cares about her income. Dana believes that men and women should split the bill on the first date. Beau disagrees and thinks that Dana should lower his expectations about the girl's salary. Additionally, he says that men should always pay on the first date to increase their chances of sleeping with the girl. However, due to his recent divorce settlement, Dana wants the girl to earn just as much as him. Not wanting to argue more, he leaves the apartment. As he departs, he sees the same girl that he, Dana, and Hunter saw at the beach. He later discovers that her name is Stephanie, and he lives in the same apartment complex as Beau. Dana wants to talk to her, but cannot muster up enough courage. Later at night, Dana is upset because he couldn't talk to Stephanie. He feels like he missed an opportunity to make a good impression on her. Mentally exhausted, he slumbers on the couch and drifts into sleep. A little while later, Beau calls Dana and tells him that he and Hunter are coming over to play poker. Having read a book on poker earlier that week, Dana feels goose about his chances of winning this time around. Determined not to let Hunter beat him again, he confidently puts all his chips in. However, Hunter is an experienced player, and he quickly figures out what cards Dana has. Lo and behold, as Dana shows his cards, it matches perfectly with Hunter's prediction, making Dana a loser once more. As a result of this loss, Hunter makes Beau clean his toilet, and Dana iron his shirt like a maid. To add to the insult, Hunter flexes his sex life to Dana and further taunts him by saying he will use glow-in-the-dark condoms to have sex with Stephanie. Frustrated, Dana leaves the home, cursing Hunter under his breath. After getting humiliated repeatedly, Dana finally has some good news the next day. He has received several matches on his new dating profile. Unsure of what to do next, he calls Beau for advice. Beau suggests that he ask the girls out on dates right away. Although hesitant, Dana agrees and now has 3 dates lined up. However, Dana still struggles with his awkwardness. He greets his dates with stiff handshakes and finds it difficult to maintain conversations. Unfortunately, none of his dates leads to a kiss. Worried about losing the bet to Hunter, Beau decides to sit near Dana's table on his last date and provides him with subtle cues. Dana's last date arrives. After a pleasant conversation, the lady compliments him on his travel pictures which he had faked on Beau's suggestion. It turns out she is a well-traveled person herself and asks Dana about his favorite places to visit. He makes up stories about his travels and says Paris is his favorite city. Feeling uncomfortable with his lies, Dana takes a break in the washroom. Beau follows him there and encourages Dana to lie with confidence. He reminds Dana to confidently go for a kiss at the end of the date. Dana gathers his courage and finishes the date. As his date is about to leave, he leans in for a kiss. However, his awkwardness gets the better of him, and he ends up kissing her on the back of the head. Beau arrives after the girl leaves and scolds Dana for his awkwardness and lack of initiative. Feeling frustrated and defeated, Dana leaves alone. The scene shifts to Beau's apartment, where he's waiting for Hunter's arrival. It's the night of Stephanie's date, and the two friends spend their time drinking tequila and playing Jenga. Beau tries to stall for time, hoping Dana can talk to Stephanie without Hunter noticing. After the last tequila shot, Hunter tells Beau to prepare the money and a list of chores for Dana, his soon-to-be servant. Just then, Beau's phone rings, and he glances down from his apartment. To the shock of Hunter and Beau, they witness Dana and Stephanie sharing a passionate kiss by the poolside. Hunter is baffled by how Stephanie could choose Dana over him. The scene flashes back to a few moments earlier. With time running out, Dana makes a bold move and knocks on Stephanie's door. He introduces himself as a friend of her neighbor. He then reveals the entire story about the bet between Hunter and him. Hearing about Hunter's views on women, Stephanie is disgusted and decides to help Dana. Determined to teach Hunter a lesson, both of them put a show of public display of affection right under his nose. As they kiss, Stephanie expresses her appreciation to Dana for saving her from being just another pawn in some silly bet. In the final scenes of the movie, we witness the consequences of Hunter losing the bet. Dana instructs Hunter to serve as their rickshaw driver, chauffeuring him and Stephanie around the city. As the new couple enjoys their dates and kisses, Hunter is reduced to silently watching and fetching candy for them. The movie concludes with Beau and Dana playfully teasing Hunter as he struggles to pull their rickshaw.